Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Megaman Rock Force. In the last part, we accessed Justiceman's, I guess, Hall of Justice after beating Deathman, and now we're going after the big bad himself. In easily the longest stage in the game. That's damn near Mega Man Unlimited normal stage lengths, and god, this level is absurdly long. However, it also underwent a pretty big change at some points after release. In the original releases and demos, this stage was basically just portions of the main 8 Robot Master stages reskinned in this, whereas now it's entirely original level design that just uses each of the gimmicks more or less from every single one of the main 8 stages to really good effect. This is a great culmination level in terms of level design assets, and frankly, it's just really good. It's really long, and honestly, on your first time, you will die and get game overs here. A lot, probably, but it's so worth it to me. With that said, Justiceman himself does have a bio, so let's go over that really quick. Justiceman was created by Dr. Light to aid Mega Man's development of the Rock Force. While he shares Mega Man's combat abilities and views on justice, he retains his own personality and thought processes. His and Mega Man's bond has grown strong throughout the development of the Rock Force. Oh man, no wonder this hurts so much. Now, one thing you're going to see me doing a lot here is using a lot of special weapons to get rid of enemies in my pathway, because unlike some other Mega Man games, particularly 9 and I think 10, I actually have W-Tanks to work around with, so I can actually use my weapons and have ammo for them still. However, oh god, thank god I have spike protection. One thing I should note is that if you are playing along, don't use all of your E-Tanks in W-Tanks before the end of the stage, because being a Mega Man game, this is where the boss rush is, so you're gonna need some. You'll still get weapon energy, life energy rather, during the boss rush for every enemy you defeat. But one thing I should caution you with is that when you destroy one of the Robot Masters, their IC chip's gonna pop out. Collecting that is what prompts you to leave the boss rush room. So make sure you grab the life energy before that, as I think I forget to on one of the boss refights. Or was that my first playthrough? It happened to me at one point and it sucked. Either way. But yeah, this is the final stage, and I gotta say, a bit refreshing to have a final stage that's not Dr. Wily. Because, yeah, Dr. Wily's not in this game at all. Outside of the Wily Machine 4 being used in Terror Man stage, he's not referenced at all outside of the intro cutscene. And it's refreshing. I think the developer stated that the main reason that they did this was they thought it was a bit odd to have basically all of the evil in the world come down to one dude. And you know what? I like that. He's right. Also, upon seeing the Sniper Joe, I'm reminded that I forgot to mention something about Sniper Joes in this game. Unlike most games where the front of Sniper Joe's sprite is completely untouchable due to the shield, the shield's hitbox in this game is just the shield. So if you can manage to hit Sniper Joe's head at the very tip of it, it'll do damage. Similarly speaking, if you can take care of his toes like you could in Mega Man 2, he'll go down pretty quickly too. Oh, this is a bad situation to be in. Oh dear. This is probably one of my biggest leaps of hope, because I actually think it's impossible to get up to the top of that platform as it is. This is, I think, a death no matter what. Oh no, if I was actually closer, I could have made that, but fortunately my invincibility frames ran out a bit more quickly than that. I feel like the length of this stage does contribute a bit too much to the stage's difficulty, but at the same time, I do have to admit, anything that really can be done very well with the stage gimmicks throughout the game, they use them really well here. Which is another thing I actually do have to say about Mega Man Unlimited. Despite me never having beaten it, from everything I've played of it, the stages are well designed. It's just that they do so much with their gimmicks that it makes the stages really long. And I do want to beat the game someday, I just haven't gotten to it yet. Also a bit weird to think that one of the most used gimmicks in this stage is the one that was only in, what, 2 screens, technically, of Photon Man? Gotta say, though, it adds to some tension. This is also why I think that the blocks turn into spikes when they go into the red, because beyond the looks, just having that much space between implies a bit more danger than would initially appear. Oh, and hey, look on the left of the screen! It's the gimmick from the intro stage that we haven't seen since then. Only now it's really tense, because if you miss, you're probably going to die. With that said, though, it's time for the usual boss rush, so let's hit that music button. Shadowbringer's soundtrack is so good. Masayoshi Soken, honestly, if he does more work for Final Fantasy and it's to that caliber consistently, we could have a new Uematsu on our hands and my eyes. It's that good. Also, hi, Splash Woman. Why are you there? And why do you have feet? I didn't even notice that. She has feet! So, you've destroyed my brothers in arms. Now only I remain with the spark of freedom. I'll preserve it at all costs, Mega Man. You know this. No! Come home, Justiceman! Dr. Light can fix you! Fix me? I'm afraid you're beyond hope, brother. Let me send you to that scrap heap you so desperately defend. Final boss against Justiceman. Now, if you think about what we've seen in the game, you can probably very easily tell what his weakness is. He's weak to Shockman, because it's what started all of this. Attack-wise here during the first phase, because it's the final boss, no shit, it's gonna be more than one phase. He's basically just another Mega Man. He fires 3 bullet volleys, walks left to right, slides, so on and so forth. Not much to worry about. Beat is also extraordinarily effective here. In fact, I'd argue that it's technically Justiceman's weakness more than Shock Gauntlet, because during the second phase here, he pulls a bit of a Wily capsule and is going to be extraordinarily high on the screen a lot of time where you can't reach him. And now he's going to go all Mechasonic from Super Mario Bros. Z, firing all sorts of volleys of energy balls at you from all over the place. Several volleys like that, some of the semi-circles of death from, I think that was Mega Man 6 or 7 that first introduced that version of that attack. It was 5, I forget. An attack I had never seen until this playthrough is that he can destroy parts of the floor. I have never seen him done that until now, and I didn't notice because it killed me. With that said, on the second run of this fight, I did just use Shock Gauntlet for a lot of it, and it is very effective against him. Sorry, brother. Clearly, there is no justice in this world. I've isolated the defects in these integrated circuits. For now, the rebels will return to the way they were. I will also see to it that they are given the jobs they desire. Someday, once humans and technology advance, robots may be able to truly choose their own destiny. What about Justiceman's circuit? I'm afraid it's been damaged beyond repair. Though the damage wasn't caused by combat, Mega Man. What do you mean? I mean, it's my fault. I should have researched more before turning him loose. His circuit degraded from running an altered program. His mind wasn't built to handle that kind of independence. Had this continued, he would have gone completely insane. His comrades would have suffered the same fate. By stopping them, you saved them. But was this all for nothing? No, Megaman. Justiceman's cause opened my eyes. Even if his behavior was the byproduct of a defect, that doesn't invalidate the point he made. I've waited far too long for the expiration law to change. Now it's time to ensure that it's completely abolished. Robots help us in so many ways, often beyond their designs. I need to help others see this, and this is the first step. You'll see, Megaman. The future is bright. I see. Megaman? Yes, Dr. Light? I will always support your decisions, and always encourage you to think outside your programming. But I'm still curious. Why did you form the Rock Force? It's happened so many times, Dr. Light. The world in danger. It seems to always be the case. I wanted to make sure that if one day I didn't succeed, the ones I loved would still be protected. I understand. I don't blame you for preparing for the worst, because sometimes it's the only way we can hope for the best. Thanks, Dr. Light. I'll keep doing my best, for the sake of everlasting peace. Welcome, foolish mortals, to a wonderful cause! Enter if you have the strength, resolve, and heart. All donations help rescue the neglected puppies of the world. Dear me, it's more shocking than I imagined. Oh, it's only me. Shame on you scaring this child. You're kind of a wimp, you know? Silence, plebeian! The sun and wind make a wonderful team. Indeed. That's all you've got to say? Go Team Energy. Woohoo. I'll take it. Come on, everyone. Let's get those hearts pumping. Reach, reach, reach. Feel the burn. Oh yeah, I'm feeling it. I shouldn't have agreed to end this expedition. It's okay, big guy. Seasickness is more common than you think. A friend of mine has it too. Last time we went to sea, chunks of scrap and bolts everywhere. Please, stop talking. Hey guys, I've got someone I'd like to introduce. Ooh, look at those big, strong hands. I think she's talking to you, Fire Dude. I don't have no hands, partner. Oh boy. Hey, Stretch, how's it going? Almost done sorting, sir. Bring me some oil when you finish, huh? Sure thing. Is that oil for me? No. Welcome to the grand reopening of the Robot Museum. Learn about the history of robotics, all the way up to the cutting edge. Nice. I see what you did there. Ah, thank you. What a lovely play. You know, I didn't think Nightman had it in him. I now revere him. You could say that again. That lady looked pretty good there, eh? I think that's a guy, amigo. Oh? that's Mega Man Rock Force. Overall, a really solid fan effort. It's gotten better over the years with various updates, of course, but between really solid stage design, great music, and a very serious story that I'm honestly impressed by, it's a pretty good playthrough. If you want to play it yourself, in the link of every video, in the description of every video, I have a link to the download on the dude's site. One thing I really like about this, though, is, at least in its current state, the story is the closest thing I think we'd ever get to a true bridge between Classic and X in terms of the actual tone. The story wouldn't be exactly like this, but there are some pretty good fan attempts at what could lead to what events, because, like, the whole Justiceman thing could very easily lead to the 30-year trial period of sorts on X in that capsule at the start of X1. With that said, people who have played this game at the start know that this isn't the ending the game originally had. Originally, all the robot masters that we took out throughout the game were dead. Completely dead, no hope of repair. The game ended on an extraordinarily bitter note that, even for the franchise, seemed out of nowhere. And by that I mean, it seemed like it was almost non-canon because, like, we've defeated those robot masters, but we were already working with ones that we had already defeated in the past, and they were very alive? You can find videos of the early ending online very easily. In fact, Rome Mithil, the first person in the video coverage here, has a playthrough of it that I think could actually work really well for a lot of things. Watching the other characters and such. The dude's content's just great in general, honestly. He's one of my favorite Let's Players. I recommend you take a look at his stuff as well. I'll be getting to more fan games eventually. I do intend to do Rock and Roll and Super Fighting Robot at the least. I'll try to get to Unlimited at some point if I can ever beat the damn game. I want to thank Goldwater DLS for making this game because, frankly, between all the efforts that you and everyone else involved in this project did, you made a truly fantastic end product. And I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great night, take care, and I'll see you guys next Let's Play, whatever that may be. See you guys then.